There is currently a woman going viral for calling up churches with a baby crying in the background and saying that she has a 2-month-old that hasn't eaten in a day and she really needs formula to see whether the church will help. 30 churches said no, and the first mosque she called said yes immediately. Some of the churches said outright no, some of the churches said only if you're a member of our congregation, whereas the mosque said, what's the kind of brand you need, where are you, we'll get it to you straight away, no questions asked. And I want to explain the psychology of this. As a culture, we are becoming more individualistic. So I'm only looking out for me. At a stretch, I might look out for my family. But also, we're becoming more tribalistic. It's an us versus them mentality. Therefore, I'll look after me, my own, and people who look like me, i.e. my congregation, but not you. You're a stranger. And what this means is I have a different set of rules on how I treat human beings who I think belong in my section of the world and how I treat human beings that don't. And I will say this wasn't surprising to me at all, because the number of times I've clicked over on a really hurtful or abusive comment and they've had a Bible verse in their bio. Why does that happen? Because if you don't have good morals and values, what tends to happen is you will seek out a church who will enforce those morals and values for you. Except it's usually only when someone is watching, when your pastor is watching, when you report back things you've done. The things that you do that are outside of your morals and values, you absolutely would keep secret. And this is where this experiment is very interesting, because it's not a performative thing. It's done behind closed doors. None of the congregation would find out about it if it hadn't been for her filming the phone calls. Part of the messaging that's coming out around this is obviously around how some religions are demonized and some religions are put on a pedestal, and whether that's true or not. But I also think this is about more than religion. It doesn't matter which religion you belong to or whether you're religious at all. I'm personally not religious. It matters whether you have a good heart, good soul, good intentions, and therefore good behavior. And if you do all of that without needing someone to tell you the 10 commandments of how you should behave, but you know the difference between right and wrong, that can sit outside of religion and you will still be a good person. Similarly, you can't just hide behind the church and say you're a good person because you're Christian. It doesn't work, because Christianity means different things to different people, as being shown by the churches that are saying yes. A 2-month-old baby that hasn't been fed in 24 hours is a dying baby. And if you can listen to a baby cry down the phone and not do something to help, then you have to question what the morals and ethics of your community is if you don't do it in those small micro moments when no one is watching.